Hello, YouTube! So, for those of you who went back to school this week or have started school already and have been in school for a couple of weeks, I hope that your first week or couple of weeks was a great time and that you like all of your teachers and everything is going to go well and your year or semester is off to a great start. For those of you who aren't in school, I hope that you are also doing well. My last week has been kind of a combination between internet, doing some character-based writing, avoiding all of my adult responsibilities, and working on my scrapbook. I mentioned previously that I was doing a scrapbook for my Disney trip, and I finally finished cutting out and taping down all of the pictures, and now I'm working on what I'm calling the storytelling element, which is going in and adding all of the extras like park tickets and notable memory things and adding some writing details to enhance the story that the pictures tell and better showcase what was going on, thoughts and feelings at the time, things like that. And I have always really loved any kind of storytelling. I love video games, I love writing, I love reading, I love art and the way that it tells stories. I love video and the way that it tells stories, both TV, web series, and movies, of course. And I'm always very interested in all of the kinds of storytelling, even the old school traditional oral storytelling and the theater kind of storytelling and the performance art kind of storytelling. And it has been so interesting and fascinating to me to work with scrapbooking because it is a very different medium of storytelling, but it's still storytelling. And so trying to work through that and create a narrative that encaptures or encapsulates all of the wonderful feelings that I had on this trip and all of the experiences that I had with just pictures and words and little mementos has been a really interesting challenge. I've really enjoyed it creatively. I feel like it's given me a chance to sort of revamp some of my skills and get in touch with a different side of my storytelling prowess, which is always very important to me. And yeah, I've been really enjoying that, and I've been appreciating the challenge that is doing that because oftentimes you don't have a whole lot of space to do all of the things that you need to do. Like, I can't just write about everything that I felt because there are pictures in the way, and there are a lot of pictures in the way. So trying to pick brief phrases and words to make a narrative, to convey what was going on, to be as descriptive as possible in as few words as possible has been a very fun challenge, and I've really enjoyed it. One of the more difficult challenges has been working with fonts, because obviously one of the things that you're doing when you're scrapbooking is you want to make everything kind of playful and light and happy, and if you're doing a Disney scrapbook, what better way to do that than to work with the Disney fonts? So I've been working with 2 of the Disney fonts so far, and let me just tell you, they have been quite a challenge. I worked with the actual Disney font, and the Disney D is one of the hardest letters to recreate. They make it look so easy in all of the old school things where they show the creation of the Disney D and the rest of it, but it is not that easy to do on paper, and I have a whole new respect for the people who create fonts because it's so cool and we think so little of it, but having tried to recreate some of them, I'm so impressed. And wow, those people are super cool, and I would like to meet them and tell them that they are super cool. The other font that I have been working with predominantly is the Haunted Mansion font, and it is harder than the Disney font, which surprised me. I didn't think that there would be anything harder to write in than the Disney font, and I stand corrected. The Haunted Mansion font is definitely harder, and It has been an interesting challenge trying to get used to writing in that and practice that before I put it into the actual scrapbook, because there's nothing worse than not being totally prepared and messing things up. So that's sort of what I've been up to in the last week. It's been mostly internet and character writing, but I wanted to share my enthusiasm for this kind of storytelling and for some of the creative work that I do that isn't super important, and the creative work that other people do in regards to creating fonts and stuff that we don't appreciate nearly often enough. So until next time, don't forget to be awesome, and I will see you later, YouTube. Bye guys.